Hello everyone, how are you? Well, this is the video for the love horoscope for the sign Aries. Okay, so this video is for the month of September and for the rest of August. Okay, so before anything, I want to explain to you that I'm going to be doing it a bit differently this time. So now you do have to choose now what line that you want, line 1, 2, or 3, because I'm going to do each line individually. Just because some people have been saying that the time that I take to shuffle my deck is a bit too long, so I'm going to do them individually. And then afterwards, if you want, you can write in the comments if you prefer this way or the way that I did before. Okay, so let's start here, Aries. I'm going to utilize my 4 decks, my regular deck, the fortune deck, a message from the angels, and the Oracle of Magdalene. And those 2 cards are going to be a card at the end for the 3 lines, okay? So I'm going to start here, shuffling my deck for the first line. As always, this also does apply to the ascendant and moon sign, and if you can watch all of them, it is better. Okay, so let's take a look, Aries. What we have here in the first line for you. I hope that all of you have already picked what line it is that you're going to look at. Mind you, you can also listen to all 3 lines and pick the one that does most apply to you. Okay, because sometimes some people have said, you know, I picked a line, but another one applied more to my reality, so there's that option as well. Okay, so this card turned over on its own, so I'm going to put this one down. Okay, Aries, so this is the card that you have in general for the 3 lines, which is the Tower. Okay, so the Tower talks to me about 2 very different things here, depending on the situation. It can be something that ends, or something that you end to start something new, something better. It's almost like, I would say, to deconstruct something in order to create something new. So sometimes we do have to deconstruct certain things because they're no longer necessary. We need to renew certain things. We need to put in new energy into our lives. We need, you know, to see things differently as well. And this card talks about construction, renovations, things that you want to beautify. And it's also going to bring you that spiritual sense of happiness, to feel a little bit more in tune with who you are. Truly, this card, I feel that it is something very positive for you this month, Aries. So let's take a look here and see what we're referring to in the first line. Okay, so you have the Page of Swords here, the first card, which tells me that you will receive good news. The good news is going to come, apparently, accompanied by a situation in which you are not able to leave behind. So there's something, Aries, that has you trapped in the past. Okay? It could be a person or a situation, something. There's something here, and it seems to be some type of communication with this person. So what's happening here? I see that this person is not... I could say this person is not someone who lives here, someone who doesn't live close to you, someone who's further away. It could be someone that you need to travel to see. That's a possibility. It could also be someone that you need to leave things clear with them, because that's why I see a structure here. It's almost like to restructure newly once again a relationship. Sometimes a relationship goes through different stages. Sometimes even a stage where the individuals might say, okay, this can no longer happen. Let's try to change the dynamic of this relationship so that, yes, it can continue. So it's almost as if you're saying, I can't destroy this. I can't finish with this. So let's talk to see if we can try to change the dynamic and try to recompose the situation. Because I see here that this situation is bringing you a little bit of stress. And I see that today you've kind of started to recuperate a little bit. I see that there could have been a little bit of some physical issues, maybe an illness that has caused you a lot of time to recuperate, and has taken a lot of yourself, your body, and your relationship. And it's almost like this needs to be organized and restructured in order for this to work for those that are involved. The cards are telling me that here there is a very important relationship. This is a relationship, I can tell you, stable. A relationship that you live together, and because here there is a couple I see that even has children, and they're very happy. But they need to work, once again, in what it is to lift something again, so to reconstruct something. So I believe this is very good. I think there's a lot of chances that this can recompose itself, because here the cards are talking about recuperation. So what took some time and it caused a lot of pain and effort, today I see that with this conversation there's a lot of hope that everything will be fluent and flow. Okay, so here I see it could be air signs, so Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Yeah, I feel also here Aries. Yeah, I see the same elements, same sign. Yeah, that's what I most feel here. I don't feel any other signs are really involved in this here. It could be that this is the ascendant or moon sign as well. So what does the fortune cards have to tell you about this? So I'm just going to turn them over here. Okay. Yeah, so here we have a person who's very worried, obviously waiting for some type of news. But it looks like here there's some type of liberation. This to me here is to break chains with something. Break chains with something, as I said before, with something that no longer works, something that doesn't have a purpose in your life. Okay, it could come that there's good news. And so, yeah, or news that may worry you a little bit, but you realize, you know, if I change something a little bit, it could work once again. I feel truly that there are good things that come to you in this first line. I think that after a period of suffering and hurt, I think there is some happiness at the end. I see here celebration, I see family, couples, surrounded by people that care about you. And once again, the structure in the relationship starts to recompose itself. So that's what we have for the first line. So let's go to the second line. Well, as you can see here, I removed the last card here, so obviously there's going to be a different card. Okay, so we'll see what we have. Because this month I feel that this is the best way to communicate the message with you. So we'll see, okay, what we have. Okay, so here we have 2 extra cards that we're going to examine. Oh, wow. Okay, look at this, Aries. You saw me shuffle. You saw that I've turned over the cards. And definitively here, this is the card for you, Aries, this month. It's the Tower. Okay, so it's structure that needs to be deconstructed in order to form new things. Okay, negative things need to be eliminated to bring positive things into your life. Changes. I see pregnancies here as well. This always represents to me that a child is forming, obviously here, and this is a change. It's almost like you can't believe it, you know? This is news that you could not believe. So something like that. And here I see it's almost the top of the head, that it seems it's almost as if the head is exploding with information and news. That's what I feel here. Something that is really unexpected. And there's a change in your body. So something that you never thought was possible. And I see happiness here, especially if someone is experiencing this, because let me know in the comments, because I do like to know if this is happening to you, if these messages are helping you. Okay, so let's look at the first card here, the Eight of Swords in reverse for this line here. This talks to me about a situation in which you truly are, how can I say, removing something that caused a lot of stress in your life. You are trying to think a little bit outside of what's surrounding you, about what pressures you. So here, when the swords fall, that's what we're talking about. To let things fall in your life, remove things that no longer make sense. Okay, so I imagine here that those two cards there kind of go hand in hand, because there I see people thinking, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to find a solution, but ultimately, it's not so much the problem. The problem seems to be that you are almost implicating this in your mind. But today, this starts to end, because you start to see things clearly. And here, this card is telling me that you have an opportunity. So newly, again, opportunity. I see here the same circle. And here, this is a new start with a new opportunity in which you will need to really take advantage of. Okay, so let's see what we have here, which is the Fool, and which talks to me about starting from zero. Okay, all of these cards are really talking about the same thing. It talks about ending a structure, something in your life, something that was hurting you, and start your life once again. Here, the cards are telling me that in the part of the relationship here, where there was a situation in which you were suffering, you went through pain, but each of you here took your own path, because this relationship no longer had value in your life. So it was almost as if you realized, why be with someone when all you bring is doubt, you don't show me any type of interest or emotion, and really the only thing that I have with this person is instability. So this card is talking to me about a relationship that is very unstable, because the person that you are with here in this case is someone who is an earth sign, maybe Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. The card tells me that this person is someone who doesn't want to formalize the relationship. They don't want to take responsibility in what they want to do, is another case. They don't want to contribute financially. Could be someone who always is losing their job, someone who is not consistent. And the only thing that this has brought you, and apart from this, it seems that they're also involved with someone else. And so this is really a lot of things with this person which make you say, I can't go on like this. I no longer need to deal with this stressful situation. Truly, I see that here you recuperate yourself mentally, and you realize something happens that makes you realize that this is not healthy for you to be in this situation anymore. This new opportunity arises into your life, and in some cases it could be an economic opportunity, because I see that there are people here that were waiting to have a little bit more resources to kind of get out of this situation. So obviously here, if there was in a relationship that you were stable, if you know, a place of living, and you want to leave this place, you know, you need a place to live. So there needs to be an opportunity here in order for you to be able to restart your life. Okay, and the last thing that you have here, which is very important, is to try and end this situation here, because if you keep bringing this negativity into your life, the only thing that you're going to have is to feel upset, and you will not progress in any way. And here, this card is talking to me about the Lovers, which does mean decisions, but it also means to find the person who makes you feel good about yourself. So if you keep bringing this type of person into your life, the negative person, because you can't let them go for whatever reason, really your future is not going to be the best. Think about it very, very well, because I know that in this moment you may feel a little bit emotionally unstable, Aries, but eventually you will realize that letting them go is the best thing. Deconstruct this relationship to start something new, because this is the best thing that can happen to you. Okay, so let's take a look at what the fortune cards have to tell you. Okay, so let's see what the cards are telling you. This is the last card of the deck. Okay, so let's see here. This is telling you that truly that this relationship is no longer working. And if you want to have good fortune and that people arrive into your life that support you and give you what you need, which yes will happen, because there is the hand that is giving someone who has more, giving it to someone who has less. You need to end it and make a radical change in your life. That's the coffin there. That means to put the last nail on the coffin. So to end a situation that no longer makes sense. Okay, so that's Aries for you, the second line. It's the second option. Okay, so we're going to go to the third and last line. And also, this time I'm going to see what the last card is for you. Okay, 5, so we just need 2 more cards for this line. Okay, here they are. Perfect, and let's see the last card here. Okay, so this time it's not the Tower, it's the One of Swords in reverse. So this card is telling me that there is something that you don't see clearly, Aries. Something that you see, but almost with a veil over your eyes. So there's the moon there, which is means you're a bit doubtful. So let's see what it is here. So here I believe that this card applies to people who have made a decision very recently between 2 situations. And this talks to me about, with the 9 of Pentacles here, that you want a relationship where someone appreciates you, that compliments you, that you live well together, obviously, but you feel that that doesn't happen for you. Something is bringing your life to a halt. And in this moment, I feel that you are taking a rest, taking a breath. You are regaining your strength in order to continue the fight. Because what I see here is that it's almost you feel that why can't I trust people? You feel that a lot of people have bad intentions. They've told me one thing and it ends up being something else. But you know what, Aries? Here with the card of the Magician and the Cups here, that not only does someone who is honest come into your life and who does love you, and that this love will grow, you have the magic in your hands to make this happen. So if there is someone that you want to fall in love with you, they will. This is what I'm telling you here, and some people may tell me here in the comments, but it's almost as if to put that wish, like the Magician, in the air, and it comes true. The Magician is like that, you know, they pull a rabbit out of a hat. So this is the same trick, really. You want this person to be in your life, and the person does arrive into your life. You want them to fall in love with you, and that person ends up they do fall in love with you. So it's like, put the intention out there, and what will come is the reaction, okay? And it will be exactly what you want, which is love. So don't untrust, okay? Because what you want will happen. So even though you're doubting this, because I see that there's a lot of movement and changes here, but time will have all of the answers for you, and it won't be a lot of time. So let me see these cards here for the fortune cards. Yeah, so this is telling me here that you communicate with someone, and it's almost as if here you're very worried because you don't feel that you can form that union, that partnership, but the cards here are telling me that it does happen, without a doubt. Let me just see here. Yeah, so to be honest here, it can be from any sign. I don't see a specific sign that the cards are telling me. But I do feel that you will realize very easily who is the person when they arrive into your life, or if they're already there. Because this person is not someone who, in a minute, you fell in love with. This is something that went growing over time. Something that one thing led to another, a few words, an attitude, a friendship, something that the person kind of started opening up to you. I see that it wasn't something that happened instantly or suddenly. Okay? So, grew and continues to grow. Okay? So, you may not see it yet, but in some time, and you're still, I see, a little bit doubtful and skeptical, but this person that is there for you now is going to be very important in your life. Okay? So, let's take a look here at a card for the 3 lines. So this is a message from the Oracle, and then after we're going to see a message from the angels, okay? So this card here turned over. Oh, wow. Okay, Aries, so look at what you have, which is love, okay? I'm telling you, Aries, there is someone who is in love or is going to fall in love with you. I know that in this moment you don't believe it, you're very skeptical, but it will happen. And look at what the angels tell you. It's up to you. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, so we've started the reading here, and this is looking fantastic for you. Okay, so love. A beautiful relationship will soon develop. This relationship will continue to grow for many years to come, and endless blessings will stem from it. So remember what I said here with the One of Cups, that this is not a relationship that is just passive. This is something that will continue for years to grow. Remember that. Appreciate and savor each moment together, and always keep the flame of love alight in your heart. For love is a magnet. You cannot help but attract love when you have love in your heart. Okay? If you are already in a meaningful relationship, then your relationship will deepen, provided you are always open with each other and are receptive to one another's needs. Always express any insecurity you have with your partner, and you will find that your relationship continues to strengthen. Okay, so that's what we have for the love card. Okay, so remember this. It is something that's going to continue to grow, and it's going to last a very, very long time. Okay, that is clear here. And the next card you have here, so the message from the angels is, it's up to you. Okay, and this card tells you this. The end result of the situation you asked about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power and have confidence that you have what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Don't wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, this situation requires your unique perspective and experience. So it really depends on you, Aries. So if you are doubtful of a person, don't want to give them the chance, that's your prerogative. But I'm putting my signature on this, that this person that you don't trust, you will realize slowly that they are the one for you. And here, this person will fall in love with you. Okay? And this will happen slowly over time. So Aries, what can I tell you? If you do want a private reading, please write to my email, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. Okay, and if you like my video, thank you so much. Leave me your comments. I do read all of them. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. I wish you all the best here. I don't think there's anything better than this here, but I'm going to continue with the next videos, and I do recommend watching the other videos if you're interested in someone, what their horoscope is, to see if there's something similar. So just be attentive to both horoscopes and the ascendant and moon sign as well. Thank you so much.